Big news from Arsenal. An Arsenal star is back in training, while new signing Ezri Concer has joined his first training session with the Gunners. Arsenal supporters have been given another major reason to be excited as the new Premier League campaign continues. The Gunners have started the season with confidence, and the latest developments from the training ground are adding even more positivity around Mikel Arteta's squad. The biggest headline is the return of an Arsenal star to training, combined with the arrival of Ezri Concer, who has now officially begun life as an Arsenal player. Konsa's arrival was confirmed by Arsenal after completing his move from Aston Villa on a long-term contract. The England international has taken the number 15 shirt and arrives with considerable Premier League experience. And now supporters have their first real look at Konsa getting to work with his new teammates. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you never miss any Arsenal updates on this channel until the next. Ezri Concer is finally in training. There is something special about seeing a new Arsenal signing walk into the training ground for the first time. For Konsa, this is the beginning of a completely new chapter. After years at Aston Villa, the experienced defender has now swapped Villa Park for the Sober Realty Training Centre and joined Mikel Arteta's Arsenal squad. The first training session is particularly important because it gives the new signing an opportunity to meet his teammates, understand Arteta's methods, and begin adapting to Arsenal's style of football. Reports and training footage show Konsa already getting involved with the squad and working hard during his first session. And the early signs are extremely encouraging. Konsa has not arrived at Arsenal simply to watch from the sidelines. He has arrived ready to compete. A new defensive option for Arteta. Mikel Arteta has been looking for defensive reliability, and Konsa could become a very important piece of the puzzle. The England international brings Premier League experience, physical strength, composure on the ball, and the ability to play across the defensive line. Arsenal's own analysis of Konsa highlighted just how difficult he was to dribble past during the 2025/26 season. He was dribbled past only 4 times among defenders who played more than 30 matches. That statistic tells you something about the type of defender Arsenal have signed. Konsa is not simply a centre-back who wants to make tackles. He is a defender who reads the game. He understands positioning, he is comfortable defending space, and he can contribute to Arsenal's possession-based football. That could make him an excellent fit for Arteta. Why his arrival matters. Arsenal's defensive situation has made the timing of Konsa's arrival especially important. William Saliba has been dealing with a back problem, while Jurriën Timber has had his own fitness concerns. That means Arteta needs reliable options at the back, particularly during a season in which Arsenal are expected to compete on multiple fronts. Reuters reported that Konsa's arrival came at a crucial moment for Arsenal because of the defensive fitness issues surrounding Saliba and Timber. Konsa therefore gives Arteta another experienced option. Instead of depending on the same group of defenders throughout a long campaign, Arsenal now have additional quality and depth. And that could become extremely important when injuries, suspensions, and fixture congestion arrive. The first training session. Konsa's first training session is more than just a welcome moment. It is the beginning of his tactical education under Arteta. At Arsenal, defenders are expected to do much more than simply defend. They must be comfortable receiving the ball under pressure. They must understand when to step forward. They must maintain a high defensive line. They must be able to switch play. And they need to understand the positioning of every teammate around them. For Konsa, learning these details quickly will be crucial, but the 28-year-old already has extensive Premier League experience, meaning he should not need a huge amount of time to adapt to the intensity of English football. Now his biggest challenge is understanding exactly what Arteta expects from him. Konsa meets his new teammates. One of the most interesting parts of a player's first training session is seeing the new relationships beginning to form. Konsa has already been welcomed by Arsenal players, with footage showing positive interactions at the training ground. He also has connections with several of the Arsenal squad through England. That should make his transition easier. A new signing can sometimes need weeks to become comfortable in a new dressing room, but Konsa is entering a squad containing players he already knows from international football. That could help him settle quickly, and Arsenal fans will hope that the chemistry develops just as quickly on the pitch. Saka also brings positive news. Another major talking point around Arsenal has been Bukayo Saka's fitness. Saka started Arsenal's Premier League opener against Coventry City and scored in the Gunners' 3-0 victory, helping ease concerns surrounding his fitness. That is another huge positive for Arteta. When you combine Saka's attacking quality with Konsa's defensive experience, Arsenal are looking increasingly strong at both ends of the pitch. The objective is clear. Arsenal want to defend their Premier League title, and Arteta knows that having his key players available will be essential. Arsenal are building depth. The arrival of Konsa is part of a wider strategy. Arsenal have strengthened several areas of the squad during the summer, and the club's recruitment has been designed to provide Arteta with more quality and competition. Konsa is particularly important because he provides another high-level defensive option. His versatility also gives Arsenal flexibility. If Arteta needs a centre-back, Konsa can play there. If the manager needs additional defensive cover in another position, his previous experience of operating in different defensive roles can be valuable. That flexibility becomes extremely useful across a long season. Arteta will demand more. Although supporters are excited about Konsa's arrival, the defender knows that joining Arsenal means competing at the highest level. Arteta will demand concentration, he will demand tactical discipline, he will demand intensity in training, and he will demand consistency. Konsa has already shown during his career that he can handle pressure. He has played hundreds of matches for Aston Villa and was an important part of their successful European campaign. Reuters reported that Konsa made 286 appearances for Villa across 6 seasons and played a significant role in their Europa League winning campaign. Now he has to prove that he can reproduce that level at Arsenal. A message from Konsa has made it clear that he is hungry to continue winning after arriving at Arsenal. The defender spoke positively about joining the Premier League champions and expressed his desire to compete for more trophies. That mentality is exactly what Arsenal supporters want to hear. Arsenal are no longer satisfied with simply challenging. The club wants trophies. Arteta wants a squad capable of competing for every major prize, and Konsa wants to be part of that ambition. When could Konsa make his debut? One question Arsenal fans are already asking is when they will see Konsa in a competitive Arsenal shirt. Because of his recent international commitments and the need to build match fitness, his debut will depend on Arteta's assessment. Reports have suggested that a potential first appearance could come against his former club Aston Villa on August 31st. That would be a fascinating storyline. Imagine Konsa walking onto the pitch at Villa Park wearing Arsenal colours against the club where he spent 6 seasons. It would be an emotional return. But first, he has to complete his adaptation to Arsenal's system. The training ground is the start. For now, the focus is training. Konsa needs to learn. The returning Arsenal players need to regain rhythm. Arteta needs to build chemistry, and the entire squad needs to prepare for the demanding months ahead. The first training session may look simple from the outside, but these sessions are where the foundations of a successful season are built. Players learn each other's movements. Defenders develop understanding, midfielders learn positioning, attackers develop combinations, and the manager tests different tactical ideas. Konsa's first session therefore represents the beginning of what could become a very important Arsenal partnership. Arsenal fans have reason to be excited. There is a positive feeling around Arsenal right now. The team have started the Premier League campaign with a convincing victory over Coventry City. Saka has already made his mark. New signings are settling into the squad, and now Konsa has begun his first training sessions as an Arsenal player. The club's defensive options are getting stronger, the competition for places is increasing, and Arteta has more solutions available to him. That is exactly what Arsenal need if they want to compete for another Premier League title while also going deep in European and domestic competitions. The big question is simple. How important will Ezri Concer become for Arsenal this season? Will he immediately challenge for a starting position? Will he provide experienced cover while Saliba and Timber recover? Could he eventually become one of Arteta's most trusted defenders? Nobody knows yet. But one thing is already clear. Konsa has arrived with a strong reputation, Premier League experience and the mentality to compete. And now he is finally training with the Arsenal squad. And that's the latest from Arsenal. What do you think, Arsenal fans? Can Ezri Concer become a key player for Arsenal this season? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Arsenal news, transfer updates, training reports, and breaking stories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Come on, you Gunners, COIG!